Shalom from Jerusalem. This is Uriel, Independent News, Yerushalayim, Israel. Ma'am, what do you think about the nation of Israel as a whole?
As a what?
The entirety of the nation of Israel. What do you think about Israel?
It's a big question. I can't answer it in like
Do
a
you
sentence.
love the nation of Israel?
It's my home. It's where I grew up in. So, like, every home, you like it sometimes, you don't like it sometimes, but this is what you have.
Now, let me ask you a question here. Do you, as a Jew that you are, what do you think about the so-called Palestinians?
What do I think about them? It's not a question I can ask. I think they're people. I like people. I don't see the difference between us and them, and I don't want to say what do you think about the Palestinians. Like, it's people, you know. I don't look at them as a nation. I don't know.
Do you know what's happening in Hebron with Hamas? Basically, they have infiltrated Hebron, and basically they are planning and plotting terror attacks against Israel.
Yeah, I know it.
And what do you think about that? Terror attacks against Israel? I mean,
I don't like it, but I don't think terror organizations are the majority of the people. I think the Palestinians suffer as we do, or probably more. So
let me take you back to the Oslo Accords where Rabin and Shimon Peres and many others were there, and they signed the Oslo Accord agreements.
okay.
And during these accords, they came into an understanding that they will come back to their communities and educate the Israelis about the Arabs and the Arabs about the Jews.
Yeah.
And what Arafat did, once he came back from Oslo, he basically did the opposite. He started doing training camps for Arab children to basically hate Jews. And we did the opposite. We came, the Israeli government came and started teaching history about the Arab people. Was that wrong for Arafat to do?
Of course it was wrong to do it. I don't support it in any way, but I don't want to blame those children. You know, it's...
No, the children are not to blame. They are basically following what the adults are teaching them.
Exactly.
We as Jews, I believe that I don't teach my daughter to basically hate Jews, but as a parent that I am, I always say to my daughter she has to be careful because we don't know who's who. Is that correct?
Yeah, in a way. Like, I don't know. It's really complex situation. Like, I grew up in the Galilee, in the
With many Arab communities there.
exactly 70.
But they're friendly up there.
Exactly, and we were all friends. We were working together in the same places, going up to the same bars. So I grew up with it differently than someone living in Jerusalem.
Yeah, well, life in Jerusalem is much different because we have communities here of Arabs. If you go to Bet Safafa, basically some are hostile, some are not. You go into Abu Ghosh is very friendly. I've been to Abu Ghosh many times.
Yeah.
And I can go there and walk and I feel okay.
Exactly, but some places you won't go into.
You know, in Hebron I cannot go. And when I go to the
Exactly.
Machpelah, when I go, you know, I have to be careful.
Yeah.
Do you want peace as a Jew that you are?
As a Jew and as a person and as, you know,
As a human being?
as a human being, yeah.
I want peace. I don't want to be looking behind my shoulder every time that I get on a bus, I get on a train, or when I'm walking down the street.
Of course, and I don't want the other side to be afraid too. Like, I traveled Europe a few months ago and I've met a person from Iran who was really nice, and we sat down and he told me that his little brothers and sisters, they wake up every day crying because they think Israel would attack them, and I don't want them to grow up like that too. I don't our children to grow up like that. I don't want them.
You know, many years ago I was walking down the old city, going into Jaffa Gate, and prior to me going through that area, there was a terror attack. And all the shops were open, and this terrorist came, and two young Jewish men that were in their 20s were going to prayer to the Hakotel, to the Kotel, the Wailing Wall, and he killed one of them and mortally stabbed the other. And yet the Arab shops, they just closed the doors and didn't even help these Jews. I mean, I want peace. Do you want peace?
Of course I want peace.
This is real independent news. Yerushalayim, Israel. Shalom.